Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you, gang. Tech issues solved. I'm back with a new phone. Let's hope it's like, yay! Hi, who's that? Hello, surprise, surprise. Hello, everyone. Sorry about yesterday. My son dropped my phone on Sunday evening, but didn't tell me. And then all of a sudden on Monday morning, it just absolutely died a death. And I'm just like standing here going, it doesn't work, what am I going to do? And I'm afraid it died a death. R.I.P. my old telephone. I know, I'm so sorry. I was literally so stressed. I was all ready to go. And we couldn't do it. And my body was going, what are we doing? We're not doing Qigong. So anyway, I spent most of yesterday fixing my phone. Now I have a new one. Yay! So this is the very first Qigong with my new iPhone, whatever it is. Great expense. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome. Just wait for everyone to join in. Just do this lovely twist movement. It's a really good movement to start. It's a very good movement for relaxing the body. It's a good one in the day if you need to just move your body if you've been too sedentary. I know, I'm so sorry. I was so upset yesterday, honestly. And then Jules had me on the phone about 2 hours ago because I didn't think I could get my new phone to work either. She talked me through it, and now here we all are. So we're all here together. Just wait for everyone. Let's just do this for a second. Anyway, hopefully this might even be that the Wi-Fi situation sorts itself out too. It might have just been that the old phone was just exhausted from overwork and overuse. Highly possible. Anyway, right, so I've slightly changed the, let me just change the angle a little bit more actually. I'm going to just go around like that. There we go, then I can go a bit further back, then hopefully, there you go, then you can see it's a bit damp there, we'll be a bit careful. Right, so, it is a bit damp there. Right, I'm going around a little bit more, sorry. It's because I wanted you to get the lovely nature behind me to make it a bit more authentic, but never mind, this is actually better. This is better. So, right, there we go, twist. Now, we're just going to enjoy ourselves today. We're going to have a lovely class this morning. I'm going to use the material I was going to teach yesterday. So I'm all about writing everything down today, so I'm going to get onto that in a minute, about some little healing tips that I've got. So let's just get into the class because I really need it. I really missed it yesterday, so just twist. Notice your back, notice your spine. Like I notice that when I go that way, it's easier than that way. There's something there just blocking it. Just notice that. Just notice and allow it to just ease out. There's no shame in any of this. It's okay. Lots of subtle things going on in the body when you do these exercises. It allows this amazing interstitial fluid and chi and blood to get into every little nook and cranny of the body, which is what we want. That's what we're looking for. So let's just, without further ado, now just go to your shake. We've got everyone on the class now, so just start to shake it out. Just shake it out, shake it out. Spots. Oh, Manuela, we can talk spots. We can talk spots. There we go. So spots largely are to do with the liver in Chinese medicine. So if you find yourself spotty, the best thing to do is download the liver and the spleen fact sheets because it's basically the liver cleaning out the blood and allowing the toxins to go out through the skin. That's what's going on. But it's often the reason why the blood is toxic in the first place is because the digestive system is not going according to how it should be. It's not, the spleen is responsible for the transportation and transformation of your food. So if you're eating the wrong things for your body type, or you're following kind of like, sort of standard advice that actually isn't really very good or not comprehensive enough, and you think you're doing the right things, but actually you're not, then often what happens is that level of toxicity goes around the blood, because that's what the spleen does, and the liver picks it up and goes, oh God, no, we're not having that, and then whacks it out through the skin. That's largely what's going on. Not to mention, of course, emotional pain. So remember that the emotions also circulate through the blood. So if you've got toxic emotions inside the body, the liver's going to get rid of that as well. Okay, and all of that is going to basically get shoved through the skin. So it's very important to do the emotional work that we do each day just as much as you do thinking about your diet. Okay, it's just like brushing your teeth. You do not just control the health of your teeth by not eating sugar. That is one thing that arguably we don't even do that anymore. We're so used to dentistry and toothbrushing that we don't even think about the sugar that much. But, addressing your body just via diet is basically like addressing your dental care just via diet. You would never dream of doing that. You would use a brush, you would use toothpaste, you would see a hygienist, you get checked by the dentist. That's what we need to be doing with our bodies. That is wellness, that is healthcare. Okay, that is preventative health. So that you do everything you can to keep them in tip-top nick, and then you've got someone up your sleeve if there's a problem. That's what we should be doing. And diet is only one aspect of that. So you've got to look at your diet, but you've got to download the Spoon fact sheet, you've got to look at your emotions, look at the way you feel, look at the way you think, look at the way you address situations. Are you angry? Are you worrying? Are you fearful? Are you anxious? If those emotions are coming up, that's going to circulate the blood, the liver's going to detoxify that, it's going to go out through your skin. So that's what's going to go on. So what do? All roads lead to the Chigang, okay? All roads lead you here. Doesn't matter what the problem is. Oh, the community is helping you. Oh, I'm so that helps me too. I was distraught yesterday. I was like, what am I going to do? Where's my feed? And I couldn't even do a later one. I was going to do one later. Right, let's just do some drumming. I did in the end do 20 minutes of self-practice, but it felt really weird in comparison. I just sort of looked, there's this sort of big window just next to me here, and I sort of did it to myself. I was like, oh, it's not the same at all. I like to wang on. So yes, it all makes sense. And the thing is, you've got to address the whole. And this takes me neatly onto what I was going to talk to you about today, which is something that I really recommend people do, is get yourself a book. Okay, get yourself a really nice book. Doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be expensive, it just has to be one that you like. Okay, go to Paper Chase, go to Slice's, go to Boots, go to W.H. Smith, go on Amazon. Just get yourself a nice empty book. And at the beginning of the book, what I suggest you do is you draw the diagram, which is up on my Instagram, which is called the Pyramid of Health. Jules, perhaps we could just put that up onto the story today to remind people, but it's on the Instagram grid, okay? And what it is it shows you the three, it's like a triangle, okay? And there's the three layers of what makes you healthy. And at the bottom of the triangle is physical health, okay? And right next to that, what are your physical symptoms? What are the problems that you've got with your physical body? Do you not sleep well? Are you overweight? Do you have pain in your joints? Do you have pain in your muscles? Do you have headaches? Do you have periods? Flatulence, bowel movements, I mean anything, doesn't matter, anything physical, any physical things that you've got, write them in the bottom of this pyramid, okay? Write them down so you know what you're dealing with. Write everything down. Then the middle bit is relationships. This is about your emotions, okay? This is about your relationship with yourself and your relationship with other people. This is about how you feel, your emotions. So write down how you feel. Are you anxious? Are you sad? Are you stuck? Okay, are you worried? Are you fearful? Are you angry? What are you feeling? How do you feel? What emotions are you feeling? How is your relationship with yourself? Are you happy in yourself? Are you happy in your relationship with other people around you? Just write it down, okay? We're not looking for answers yet. Right now, we're just dealing with the problems. This is what I do in clinic, okay? I don't describe it quite like this because I'm poking about, asking loads of questions, but this is a simplified way of you working out for yourself. So everything in that middle band of your triangle is how you're feeling, okay? Then the top bit, the very top bit of the triangle, is your purpose. This is your soul, okay? So the absolute opposite end of the body to your physical body. This is what you're here to do. This is literally your reason for living. This is your soul purpose. This is why you've come and incarnated and been embodied in the first place. How are you doing on that? So what does that mean? Hang on, just do your legs, hang on. Down the outside, up the inside. Let's just get our tappers out for a minute. Use your tapper, just tap, 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 just tap all over the body for a minute whilst I explain it. So the idea of the top of the pyramid is your soul, it's your purpose. So then you've got to sit here and then you've got to think, am I on my soul purpose? Am I expressing in this lifetime what I'm here to do, what my soul is incarnated to do? What is it that I'm needing to learn? What are the life lessons that my soul is looking to experience, and am I experiencing them? And often what you'll find in that bit is that if you find yourself not doing the job you should be doing, or not playing to the right skills in your body, then you're going to be sad. Or that if you might have every other aspect of your health sorted out and there's no problem, but often you find people are not on their purpose, okay? Now when you're thinking about your purpose, if you think you'll go to overwhelming, I don't know what I'm going to do, it's okay. Because the thing about purpose is it goes down to the high virtues of the human soul, which we do in this class every day. So it's quite useful because we do it anyway. So these virtues of compassion, okay, kindness, gratitude, wisdom, these are the things that our soul is looking to do, okay? And often it's related to the way that you are. So if I take myself as an example, I was completely lost on my purpose. Because I was going to be a singer, that was all great, because I'm very earthy, and singing is very much part of the earth element. That was all fine until I had an accident and couldn't do it anymore. And then I'm like, oh, well now what am I going to do? And I was completely lost, even though I was in loads of pain, I was in a very bad place, very lost, didn't know what the hell I was doing, what on earth I was doing. It took me 8 years to work it out. And then eventually what it was I'm a healer, okay? And because I'm very earthy, I like to look after people. That's what I like to do. So it ties into my element in terms of the fact that I like to look after people. And it comes down to compassion, okay, and kindness, okay? And this is what you do when you're looking at the purpose. You look at the soul and go, what is it that my soul likes to express? What is it? Do you like to express wisdom? Do you want to be a teacher? Do you want to be a healer? Do you want to be a carer? Do you want to be an evangelizer? You know, what is it that if you could just kind of strip everything out of your life that your soul wants to do? How does it want to express itself? And the minute you've hooked into that, you've got your purpose in place, okay? And if you're not sure, text us or direct message us and we'll have a think about it for you, okay? We'll try and help you. Because it makes a massive difference to how you feel, because the energy of yourself expresses itself all the way through the triangle, and that purpose lifts you, it lifts you, okay? So this is the physical body all heavy down here, but the soul lifts you up where we belong, and it makes you feel good. And if I'm not doing what I do every single day, my health goes zoom like that, immediately I get really tired, my energy dies, I put weight on, my joints start to hurt, all start kicking off again. But if I pull myself through my purpose, it's amazing. Then all of the other levels of the pyramid kind of sort themselves out. It's a really useful exercise. And then as you go through your Qigong experience and that you're practicing with us every day, and you're adding your 12 rivers, you're adding your animals, and you're thinking about this stuff, and you're helping each other through the community, you'll find you'll get well. And you need to have all three things, okay? You can't shortchange it. There's no point just doing one little bit. Like dentistry, you wouldn't just do your teeth with diet. You brush them, use toothpaste, use Listerine, use dental floss. We've just got it all sorted out. So there we go. Don't worry if you're not sure, but just put the journal in. And Jules, you and I can do, maybe we can, Jules actually, she's going on holiday next year, but when you're back, Jules, let's do a newsletter about this, about soul purpose, okay? And there's different categories of souls, which is in one of my books at home. There's more than just healer, trust me, evangelize. There's about 6 different categories of what souls are here to do. And we'll write them down. So we'll write them in the newsletter, Jules. It's in the Catherine Myers book. So I know exactly where that information is, and we'll get it. And we'll help you with it, okay? And if you're not sure, we'll help you. Luckily, we're still at that lovely size where we know who you all are. We're getting bigger, but not so big we don't know. Yes, that's the bar D. Yeah, that's going to tell you which kind of element you are. So there we go. Yes, thanks, Jules. Right, there we go. Nice little bit of tapping. Right, let's now, on that note, now I've given you a bit of a, just start doing your stomp. Okay, now stomping is also really good for the body and the digestive system. It's just allowing a very heavy vibration to go all the way through the body. This is good because we're trying to kind of jiggle things about. Okay, we're just trying to I've loosened it up just even by telling you just now about that. Suddenly everyone's going, oh God, I had no idea. I know, it's fantastic. It's really interesting stuff. And we'll help you more with this all. For now, at least just get your physical and emotional bit of your triangle written up. And the other thing says, write everything, to every little bloody awful thing that's going on for you right now. Get it all down there. Because what you'll notice, because this is what we do in clinic, is that as the weeks go by, these symptoms start to go away. And the thing is then, you forget all about them. That's the problem. You forget you had them. And you go, oh, I don't know if it's working. You've got to write them down so that you can go back in a month's time and go, oh my God, I used to get up to go to the loo 3 times a night. I haven't done that for the last 2 weeks. I forgot about that. Or, oh, I used to get really bad period pain. No, that's not so bad. Oh, I used to get really terrible migraines. Oh, actually, not so bad. This is what we're looking for. It's this slow nurture. Okay, and that's what these classes are going to give you. Go on and do the 12 rivers, go on and do heaven and earth, get ready for the animals. The animals are coming and they're going to be amazing, but really dynamic, okay? So you need to be ready. You can't do them if you're knackered and clapped out. So work with me on this. I'm saving the animals for myself. I'm going to do them with the first batch of people coming through, okay? We're going to only offer them to people that have done the first part because we're giving this to you straight. We're giving this to you properly. So please do the 12 rivers, please do the heaven and earth, please do these feats. Right, so let's start going into, put my hair up, but that's starting to hurt. So let's go into the more purging end of the thing. Remember that the spirit and the soul and what's going on in the organs, it's all related. Okay? The human being is a complete embodiment of the spirit and the physical, okay? And it's all controlled by the organs, everything. Forget the brain. It's all here. It's all down here. So we're going to just shift it, okay? If the organs are a bit sick because we've had a lifetime of misery and problems that we didn't even realise were actually part of our soul development, then it's stuck and we're shaking it. So get those feet going. Boom, 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 boom. Imagine a drum. One day I'll have a whole samba band behind me and we'll do, oh God, that'd be good, Jules. Can you write that down, Jules? One of the weekend feeds, we'll do some amazing thing. Now we can start to have socially distant stuff going on. I'll have a proper musicians playing amazing stuff. We'll be doing this, okay? Because this is what we need to do. This is joyful. This is what dance is for. It gets it out of the body in a really pleasurable way. So, think about your lungs. This is about stuck patterns of behaviour, okay? And grief and mourning and loss. It's about loss. If you've lost something or you're stuck in a period of your life where you think, oh, when I was 18 it was great and it's not like that anymore. That's the lungs not moving properly, not exhaling and inhaling. So, ready with the lungs. Think about this now. And really get your focus, okay? Get your focus. Remember, it's not this, it's this, okay? It's this. You've got to go harder, further. It's like a magic wand. Okay, right. Ha, 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 ha. That's anxiety. Get rid of anxiety out of the heart. Now go to your left. This is the spleen. Really think about this, okay? Really push it with the diaphragm, okay? And push it. Go to the liver and kidneys, we're doing from the front. This is about fear and the other side of the heart and okay. And what we've done is we just kind of, it's like when the dentist gets that descaler thing on your plaque and really gets in there on the bits that your dental floss don't quite do. That's what we're doing. We're trying to get in there to the kind of the cruddy bits and we're just shaking them off so that we can now go into the laughter. I know, never a dull moment. Okay, so, right, so we need, Jules, a socially distant samba band in a global pandemic. Oh my God, brilliant. Can you take a screen grab of that, please? Yeah, that's all. Okay, thank you, Kelly. Well, that's going to be easy to laugh about. Let's think about Jules's to-do list for the day. Not unrealistic at all, right? Let's go. Oh my God, this is so easy to do the laughter jiggle this morning. Poor old Jules. Oh, Lorraine, don't worry, we'll miss you, but you keep on with the classes, okay? Open your heart. To the socially distant samba band. Yeah, Lorraine, just put it on in the background and you can just hear me wanging on and you can watch all the comments and then just do the qigong later. You'll be fine. You know what to do. Just join in the group. We'll miss you otherwise. What are we going to do? On that note, Jules. Sorry, I should keep laughing. I'm getting distracted. Oh my God, that was brilliant. Sorry, Jules. Yes, I was on the phone to Jules at 6 o'clock this morning. In my defence, it's 7 o'clock here. And in my defence, I did text you first. Don't worry, guys. Just join in the feed. If you can have it on in the background like a radio show, okay? Just do that, honestly. And then do the exercises either before or after from the previous class. We basically do the same exercises every day. So let's just go into our higher selves now. Poor Jules. I'm sorry, Jules. I was having a complete meltdown this morning about my phone. I had a meltdown yesterday about the fact my phone didn't work. And I was having to do it all by... How did I even contact you, Jules? I can't remember. It must have been by email. I was having a total meltdown. And then I had a very tearful Fergus yesterday going, Mummy, it might have been me. I was thinking, yeah, it might have been you. It bloody well was. But anyway, he was very sorry. So can I just say that to everyone? My son is very, very sorry and he's very upset about it. So it's all is forgiven now. But of course, I still can't get my phone to work because I don't know any of my passwords because I find things like this really complicated. It doesn't fit in my brain. I was like, oh, I can't work it. Jules, help me. Right. So let's do our chest. I've got plenty of negative energy to get out this morning. So, smile, think socially distant Santa hands. Thank you, guys. The kids will be kids, I know, and he wasn't supposed to be on my phone in the first place. That's the thing. He already knows he's not allowed. But anyway, this is why it was all a bit of an issue because he swiped it out my bag. Go to your left, your spin. Also, I do know that there are some notices that I was supposed to give out yesterday because Jules had texted me, but I don't have the text because my phone's crashed. I've lost all the messages and I've only just got it sorted for the feed. So I will do all the announcements for this week. I will be doing them tomorrow, Jules, if that's okay, because I need to just have a proper catch up now my phone's working to work out what's happening within the group. So apologies if I haven't actually done any shout outs for the last couple of days, but let's just get this class done, okay, so that I've not let you down 2 days running. Okay, let's just go to the next bit of the class. Jules, also, do you mind, sorry darling, because I know you know who the 2 people are that I was supposed to shout out yesterday to, if we could just send them a personal note or let me know who they are so I can contact them directly today, because I know there was some stuff I was supposed to say yesterday, but it all got lost in the wash. And lower back pain. Well, lower back pain, one of the best things you can do is gua sha the lower calves, tap or comb the lower calves. Lower calves are often where back pain actually gets treated in Chinese medicine. Just breathe, like close your eyes or half close them. We'll keep an eye on the screen in case it crashes. Actually, Wi-Fi, maybe it was my phone, you know, Jules. Seems loads better now. Everything's working. So, back pain is the kidneys and the bladder. The bladder channel goes either side of the spine, and if there's a back pain, it's because the bladder channel is weak. And it's weak because the kidneys will be drawing the energy away from it into the kidneys because they're under stress. So you need to strengthen the kidneys, strengthen the bladder channel. Qigong will really help. Do the 12 rivers, do these exercises, tap your lower calves. Makes a massive difference. People never think about their lower calves when they're doing this stuff. I always make sure I say tap your lower calves, and that's why. Just breathe. Really enjoy the stretch. Such a great feeling. lymphatic system. Okay, so keep going, guys. Really stretch. So the lymphatic system is controlled by the spleen in Chinese medicine because it's controlled by the movements of muscles. Go the other way. So lymph is moved by muscle contraction, and muscles are controlled by the spleen, and the spleen is responsible for the transportation and transformation of food and fluids. So if the lymph isn't moving too well, it's probably due to the spleen is a bit deficient. So download the spleen fact sheet, have a look at that. Have a look at your emotional patterns. Are you worrying yourself sick every night, going round and round in circles? Because that tires out the digestion. Look at the digestive chapter in the book, because there's loads of good content there. And then you've got to think about the levels of toxicity in the body. So, because if the lymph is moving slowly, it's probably because there's a lot of heavy stuff it's trying to shift. So, little and often movements, these exercises that I'm doing with you every day, try and repeat some of them during the day. Tap the body. More than anything, tap the body. Okay, it really invigorates the lymphatics. Probably singularly, see I've got there in the end, the most important thing to do. Because you've got to just support the body's systems and then look at your diet really, really fastidiously for at least 2 weeks, preferably 4. Look at that plan that's on my fact sheets. Jules, I forgot what we called it. I called it the austerity plan. You changed it to something else. But it's basically a very kind of strict program. It's basically the program I follow, although not really following it very much whilst I'm here. But normally that's what I follow. I follow it for months and months at a time. And it's just very, very clean, simple food with the guidelines of what I do each day to kind of keep everything under control for me, because whilst it's not perfect, it's the only way that I managed to get myself down from where I got to after having babies, which was very much stuck at the 13 stone, having gone up to 20 when I was pregnant with the twins, despite not actually eating very much, because basically my body couldn't handle it. So that's the plan that I find helps, but remember that's the equivalent of managing your teeth health just by not eating sugar. There's more to it. We don't ever just do that with our teeth. That's a given, and arguably with our teeth, that's the one thing we forget about because we're all eating loads of sugar. So clearly no one's thinking about that anymore because dental health is so good. So remember, you need to do more. There's more to it. There, rotate the hips. The rebalance plan, thank you. There we go. It's a good one to follow, but it's not the only thing. Okay? Do Qigong. Honestly, it's all I say. I spend my whole life saying this to people. Qigong is just incredible. Do this lovely class that we do together. It really, really helps you. Go the other way. Really breathe. So we've done our pyramid of health. The other thing, I know I was talking about intention a lot last week, waggling sticks at you, but I cannot emphasize enough that where intention goes, chi flows, okay? And the chi is going to undo everything. And to get your intention right, you need to know what you're doing. You need to understand. It's called being enlightened, okay? There we go, right. So now, go feet together. Let's do our stretch the muscles up, stretch. I'm pulled in my legs. Your intention will get stronger the more you understand, okay? That is called being enlightened. It means that you really understand. You get that light bulb. Oh, you go, oh, I didn't know that. Whenever I've done that with you and you've gone, oh my God, I had no idea. There you go. We've just amplified your intention. And that is really, oh, Jules, that's another one for the t-shirts. Amplify your intention. Can you scribble that down, please? Jules has now got a notepad as well as everything else to grab these isms as they spew out my mouth. Amplification. You have to amplify the intention, and you do that by understanding. That's wisdom, and that's the energy of the kidneys. And the kidneys get strong from being wise. And strong kidneys means high energy, because the kidneys are responsible for the energy of the body. They're like the batteries of the body, okay? So this is why it's so useful. This is why you must draw. You don't have to do anything, but I recommend for you to get a book, draw that diagram, okay? Just scribble it out and write it down. And look at yourself. What is it that we need to address? And then slowly but surely we'll start to deal with it, which is what I would do with you if you were in my clinic. We'd look at the whole, and you often find when I'm in clinic, we're so busy getting right under the bonnet, We don't even treat the symptom that you came in for. You came in for whatever it was, headaches, migraines, period pain, fertility, emotional trauma, whatever it is. By the time we've undone it, that sorts itself out. You've got to get under the bonnet of the body. And that's what we can help you do via these feeds. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Really work your body with these movements, okay? You get this kind of light perspiration from doing this. You do not need to go and run on the treadmill and hurt the body. That depletes the energy of the body unless you've got very strong chi in the first place, where it's already at a really powerful level. Those kinds of exercises are not beneficial. You need to do exercises which start to strengthen the body. They start to give you energy, okay, like the marbles in the jar, that you've got oomph in the first place. Then add in a walk. Add in the next sequences, Jules. If you could just put Aaron's hook there for anyone new. Look at the 12 rivers. That's the next sequence beyond this one. And then if you've done that one, the heaven and earth, and then you're ready. Then you're ready to do the dynamic end of what we're doing, which I start to take you into. Let's do it right now, I'll show you. So just do this, breathe in, and now crawl. Do you feel the difference? Breathe in. Can you feel the difference? Just that alone, that's only a tiny bit, because when you're doing animals, for example, you know, you're right down at the bottom of the floor, for example, you're right down low, you're really pushing the body, but you've got to have that level of strength in the first place, or we're not going to help you. And I'm not going to compromise just to take people's money. We're going to do it the right way. When we're doing Here You Fit, we're doing it properly, okay? I'm giving you the truth, and then we'll get all these amazing responses with people going, oh my God, it's amazing, it really actually works. Like, I know. But you can't go straight into the dynamic stuff, okay? It won't work. It will hurt you. You'll get injured. Right. Breathe in. Follow my hands. Breathe in like a balloon. Breathe out. Animals are coming, but you have to do heaven and earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. That's why, Shop Girl, that's why we haven't got the animals out there yet, because I needed to get you guys, which are the first early adopters, well done. Breathe in. Breathe out. That's just one example. Not all the animals are crouching down. That's the tiger, because the tiger crouches, okay? But there's cranes, there's all sorts of things. There's all sorts of other things going on. So it's not just that one thing, okay? Right. So what are we doing now? Actually, I'm going to reinstate this one, because someone asked the other day, said I've dropped it. And I thought, yeah, I know, because I was trying to shorten the class. But let's add it back in. So breathe in, up on tiptoe, push down, really push, and pull up through the head. I'm going to reinstate this one now, actually. This is so good for the digestive system. Up and down. But in fairness, guys, you are the early adopters to all of this, okay? This whole thing came out of lockdown with just me whacking up my morning exercises. Jules kind of answered, then a few of you joined, and then Jules started answering the questions. Before we knew it, we've got this incredible community, which we are so proud of. It's like the best online community. It's right up there with the Trini tribe, in my opinion. Sorry, I'm wobbling because I'm talking. And the great thing about the size that we're in is that we know who you are. We're still small enough that we know who everyone is. We know all of you, okay? So you can ask us questions and we'll help you, which is great, because when we get really big, it's going to be harder to do that. So hands in prayer. Let's just really extend. When I first did it, I was doing more like this. It's more Thai. It's more like the king and I in terms of what we're doing there. Up and really get the stretch in the sides. And guys, this is why we didn't introduce the really dynamic stuff straight away, because if you've got knee problems, we've got to help you. Jules, let's get knee pain, in fact, up there as one of the fact sheets that we're on the next wave at the moment. And we've done a lot on joint pain already, so I'm sure we can get knee pain addressed relatively quickly. Like not she's on holiday next week, but definitely in September, okay? But the thing is, what we're looking to do is the Hey You Fit, we're launching into our community. We're soft launching it. We're not putting any marketing behind it first because we want our tribe to go through the full process, okay? And I'm holding myself back too to go through the full process, okay? I'm only just starting on the animals with Aaron because my own health was so shot to pieces that I wasn't going to rush it either. And also the idea of this brand is to give you something that you can actually easily fit into your life, into our busy schedules, not some onerous thing that requires us getting up at 6 in the morning, okay, and having to do something that we don't really want to do. That is not the intention. And I'm the ultimate benchmark of that because trust me, I'm not doing anything at 6 in the morning, apart from phoning Jules about my phone. I was doing that. But the point is we're all busy, okay? We're all busy and we all want the solution, but we don't equally want to compromise too much on our lifestyles because, like, and I know, me neither, okay? I want to be over here with my friends and I want to be able to drink wine in the evening, not every night, and I'm not going to eat rubbish either, but I want to be able to enjoy my life within the parameters of good health, like I do with my teeth, okay? And I'm not prepared to put myself into some ridiculous program for too long for my whole life that requires me sitting there at dinner time, not eating anything. I'm not doing it. So I'm not. So I'm putting myself in the same position as everyone else. So when we launch the animals, I'm going to go into the class as well with the early adopters to test it out. Am I right? Let's see. Am I going to be right? Is it going to be that doing that class 2 or 3 times a week is going to basically offset against everything else that we do so you can find your balance pivot and Qigong will then deliver you everything that you want? Is that going to be the case? Well, since you got me in my bikini in the shower last week, we shall see, won't we? Let's see. And if we're not quite right, we'll have to tweak it. But we'll do it together, okay? We're dead set to find out. But the bit that we ask you to do first is the 2 first sequences. Okay, then the early adopters are going to get a little gift and we'll see. In theory, according to John, that's what's going to happen. That's what we've been working on. Certainly when Aaron started showing me a few of the little modifications and how it works, I could see the difference. I was like, oh yes. And we've got a good teacher. Twist, really hold. Oh, look at all this, isn't this great? Lovely comments, thank you guys. I'm so glad to see these results. Just twist, got a pool of sweat. Let's just do it one more time. Really intend, get that side twist going. It's like a dragon's tail. Oh, so good. Imagine yourself swimming against a current full of joy. Okay, dragons bring great joy into the world. They are the only creature in the Chinese zodiac which is not an earthbound creature. It's a divine, auspicious creature. Brings luck, charm, mischief, play, divinity into our world, and strength. Dragons are strong and powerful. Okay, there's a bit of magic, divine energy that comes in with them. Right, now, let's go to the last one, which is Trini pots / crystals, of which I have neither, so I forgot everything this morning. So, hold your hands upright like this, and let's just get our feet. I'm going to go back a bit, okay? Your hands must always face up. Really get your horse stance in place, okay? Because this is where you open up the digestive channels. You've got the spleen, the liver, and the kidney, all on the inner thigh, okay? And in my case, my inner thigh is very wobbly still. It's still cellulite there. It's all gone off the edges, off the outside. But here, because I'm weak in my spleen, okay? That's why I've got this band here. That's why I've got this going on here. I get pain around here. That's why that crane movement, this one, I find this one really works and it gets that twist. But in the meantime, for this class, this exercise really does the trick. So just Allow your body to really indulge in this stretch. This is so good for you. The other thing I'm noticing is that it's giving me a really nice definition just here on the side of my arms. And no, I'm not some Instagram blogger posing my body here, there and everywhere, but on my otherwise unremarkable shape, I can start to see these little contours of definition starting to creep in, which is enormously satisfying because my body's very resistant to this kind of stuff, which means it's working. And if it's going to work on me, it will work on you. Because for my body, I have to get it absolutely spot on, or it simply doesn't work. Stretch. Really get the bend into the lower legs if you can. Don't worry if you can't. Really extend that arm, okay? Intention. Where the intention goes, the chi flows. Where the chi flows, the body follows. That's how you start to make the shifts. And the intention is amplified by the understanding. That's why as a brand we spend so much time and effort making sure you understand. Then you can heal yourself. Then you don't need anything, you just do it yourselves. Come back to us for more questions, it's fine. And now what we do now, take your hands, place on the tummy, just allow that chi to go clockwise into the digestion here. This is where the chi builds up in the body, just circle, go the other way. Now what we're trying to do is to have this class in 45 minutes. If you have time, after this, now is the time to go into your 12 rivers and your heaven and earths, because you've got just enough time to top it up to the hour, to do your morning, that's your full routine. So that's what I do now, and then I go into the morning meeting at 9 o'clock. Just if not, that's okay too. You try and do them again later in the day. It's so important to do these practices. This sequence that we do, literally my body's like boom, and I'm absolutely ready to fly. I go into that morning meeting and I'm like boom, like that with my energy. But then I find it starts to dip again mid of the afternoon. So I either do my 12 rivers now, which is what I normally do straight after this call, and then I will do my heaven and earth just before it starts to dip. At about 2:45, I do it. If I do it then, I catch it, and I boost my energy up, then I'm good for the rest of the day. And I sleep really well. That's how I do it. Then I add in dynamic exercise about 5 o'clock. At the moment, I'm just doing a really hot walk, go for an hour. When I'm in Somerset, I'm going to take dogs out. That's what I do, 5 o'clock every day, walking. Once we've got those animals ready, we'll be doing that class as well. Okay, so let's see how we're getting on. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining. Please let me know about the people that I didn't do the shout outs for because of all the mess up with my phone. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all for joining us. I hope you love it. We'll be back again tomorrow. Oh, our first time you loved it. You're so welcome. It's pretty much the same exercises, okay? There's always different chat, always different stupid things going on, always ridiculous comments like samba bands. Jules could be trying to get a screen grab of that. I don't know if you managed to do it, or a quote at least. That was a brilliant one from the day. Thank you all so much for joining. Do your 12 rivers. Do your 12 rivers. If you're not sure what that's all about, just follow Aaron_Qigong to go to the next level, okay? There's more. This is the first step of your journey. It's amazing. Qigong is the thing. It's going to be the thing, okay? You're the early adopters to this brand new thing. It's the new yoga. So thank you all so much. And I will see you tomorrow morning. I now have a phone. Yay!